Okay, so here we are in Dying Light 2 and all its somewhat beauty. It's not
Wonder how these biters survive in daylight. UVs will kill them eventually. Just takes a long time.
so number one in this game. I feel like one of the biggest problems for me, the parkour. Everybody's saying the parkour got better, and yeah, I agree. The parkour did get better in ways, but I feel like it kind of sucks because there's this right here. This, like I said in the first video I made, this is horrible. I hate that they made this a thing. Because in Dying Light 1, you can freely climb, you can freely hang, you can freely... I really didn't make that jump. Are we dead ass? This game's really showing out today. You can hang on things without, like, losing your stamina. Which another problem I do have with the parkour in this game, aside from the hanging, the fact that your stamina bars for parkour and fighting are on the same level. See this right here, this is so stupid to me, because I feel like this limits the parkour you can do, since now you have a stamina bar, so basically creating a time limit for how long you can climb for. Which at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say like this game like is all around bad, but I feel like there are some mistakes that they could have took out. But that's one of them. The climbing, that's definitely a big thing for me. I feel like that's just stupid to have it, so I have to hang rather. Why is there volatile on my ass? Dude, like, hello? This though, I'm not gonna lie, this right here, this is fun. But that's the thing though, this is the same thing as like Dying Light 1, the chases. But this is what I'm saying, the parkour definitely got better, because look, the way I can fluently run in between houses, in between places, jump on those bars back there, like that's definitely like a major thing about this game that they definitely did perfectly, was the parkour. The high jumps and low jumps, at first I wasn't comfortable with it, but over time I'm starting to realize like the high jumps and low jumps were definitely like a big difference. That made a big difference, and it was a good change, and it was a good difference to make it so that we have different levels of jumping, rather than leaving it all to be the same one, like same regular like 2-foot jump that you have in Dying Light 2. And I do like how the parkour is more like, they give you more opportunities to do parkour rather than Dying Light 2, where it's like the parkour is amazing, don't get me wrong, it's perfect, but I feel like they just did a better job, but they limited you. That's really what I feel like. I feel like they did a great job on the parkour, but they limited your parkour. That's my issue. That's exactly what the issue is. The parkour is great, but they just limited the parkour, which sucks. Because you can't have great parkour, but then limit it. And then Dying Light, it's like, there's no limit, but the parkour in this game is definitely way better. I feel like another thing that they did, which was stupid, was they combined the parkour with the stamina bar. Like the fighting stamina bar. And then another thing on top of that, aside from the parkour being mixed with the same stamina bar as the fighting, the kicking is now costing stamina, which sucks because it never costed stamina in Dying Light 1, but in Dead Island it did. So I feel like they're trying to like make you be more wary, or basically make it more realistic, which is fine, but it also sucks. Because when you're out of stamina in this game, you're really out of stamina. And then the worst part is the parkour mixed with the jumping and fighting and kicking. Once you lose stamina, you can barely do parkour. So you're really just screwed. And another thing is, with that information being said, about how your kicking is all the same and your climbing is mixed in with it, it limits your parkour. And what I hate is that if you're going to make the parkour better, why limit it? Like, kicking takes up stamina, which sucks. It sucks, because it's like Dead Island. Because now that I'm kicking and it takes stamina, that's fucking ass. One thing I do like is that how you could just
kill random people.
That's pretty cool to me. You can just walk up to people and
Just start slaying them.
because sometimes those NPCs, they gotta go, bro. So there's a mix of good and bad on this game. Because I'm not gonna act like all of the game is bad. You know what I mean? Because it's not all bad. They did do a lot of good things and they did make a lot of good changes. But I feel like crucial ones, the crucial changes, that's what kind of ruined it. They made a lot of big changes that didn't need to be made, I feel like, but they also made a lot of great changes that made it in a way more enjoyable. It's just some things about this game aren't as fun and aren't as good as they are in Dying Light 1, which I did see a comment on TikTok when I posted a video about Dying Light 1, and somebody commented, they're like, oh, Dying Light 1 is way better than Dying Light 2. And I'm like, if I could pin you, I would. And then somebody in the comments were like, oh, you're just like blinded by nostalgia. It's like, I'm not blinded by nostalgia. Don't get me wrong. Nostalgia is great. You know what I'm saying? Nostalgia is great. Dying Light 1 is great. But Dying Light 2 just isn't what Dying Light 1 was. You know what I mean? Like, Dying Light 1, everybody was playing. Everybody played. We all enjoyed it. There was so much about Dying Light 1 that just took over. And then when the second one came out, it kind of just, like, it was just, like, okay, like, here it is. Everybody's hyped, and then it's just ass. Those bugs in this game, which obviously they fixed. But it was kind of just, like, it was missing what Dying Light 1 had. Which is why everybody didn't enjoy it as much. What the fuck? But it's just missing a lot of crucial things. And it's like, it's like, we aren't blinded by nostalgia, even though sometimes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes some people are, which I'll admit it. Like, sometimes nostalgia does hit. But I feel like with this game, I can play both games. So if I'm really, like, blinded by nostalgia, I would just, like, solely just play Dying Light 1. But to have the option to play Dying Light 2, I'm going to play it. You know what I mean? There's just things I don't agree with on this game. And things that don't make sense to me. Which maybe over time it'll grow on me. Which is what I've been saying. But I can't really say the least. Because I don't think I'm ever going to agree with those decisions. And those changes. Because it just feels dumb to me. Like, it genuinely feels... It feels dumb to make the kick button... I mean, the kick takes stamina. Because I'm blocking and it takes stamina. So it's like, when I kick, it's stamina. Dying Light 1 wasn't like that. When I block... And there wasn't even a block in Dying Light 1. But when I block, it costs stamina. Why? It's basically like I have, like... It gives me, like, no options at all. Because climbing... It's good, but once it gets too tedious where you have to hang, you have to start taking stamina, that's what really ruins it. Because the parkour in this game is amazing, but they're just limiting you. That's the issue. That's like the genuine issue with this game. It's good, but they just limiting you to what you can do. Alright, this is a great example. I can't dodge. I can't run. All I have is this. If I hang, I fall. So losing stamina in this game is just horrible. All in all. And I wish they changed that, but this game has been out for already, like, pretty long time. So they're not going to change it, obviously. The game definitely got more creative. Like, they definitely... Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I love. This is what I'm saying. It's like... They changed up how the parkour is, and they definitely made it a lot much more complicated. They made it a lot much more active and agile, giving us a lot much more opportunities. If you're going to add more parkour, you can't limit us to it. Because you know how Dying Light is. Which, another thing is, actually talking about limiting it, there was a part in the game where Aiden was like, oh, thank God I don't have to climb this.
Well, at least I didn't have to climb to the top of this antenna.
And players did climb that, by the way. They did climb the antenna, or they wanted to. And that's one thing they complained about. They're like, oh, hey, I can't climb this. But in Dying Light 1, they let you climb everything. Like, this stamina bar limits you, which sucks, because in Dying Light 1, you're not limited to any parkour. You can do any and everything. The only thing that you're limited to is your running, because you can only run for so long. But then you get a perk that lets you run forever. In this game, I don't know if it's like that, but from what I know, your stamina bar is always going to be there. And it's always going to be affecting your parkour. You can gain more stamina, but you will always have it there. That is the issue. And it'll always be combined with the kicks, with your hanging, with the parkour, which limits you from doing a lot of things on this game that Dying Light 1 didn't limit you from. I guess that's just like the main issue I have with this game. All of that being said, Like the combat most definitely got a lot better, especially with humans. Cause zombies have come on, it's zombies. It's light, it's easy. It's the same thing, hack and slash type of thing. Demolishers, you know what I'm saying? Dodge, like it. The combat with zombies, there's not really much to talk about because it's zombies, but it's gonna be the same. But combat with humans, this took a big turn. Like this is something that needs to be talked about. The fact that I can vault off of somebody and drop kick into somebody else, amazing. 10 out of 10. See, but look, now they're climbing. Like, they're really coming to me. They're doing parkour to come get to me. Like, they didn't do that in 9 Light 1. You gave us a block button, which is amazing, but it was also kind of confusing because I didn't know how to, like, kick from that. Because we're used to the kick button being the left bumper or whatever. Just the block button in general. But I like how they gave you more options to use in parkour. I mean, in combat with humans, because on Dying Light 1, when you're fighting human enemies, it kind of gets dry. It kind of sucks. It's all the same thing. They block. You can't block. You just have to dodge. You can shoot them, obviously, because they can't. There's no way they can block a bullet. It kind of got like a little tedious at times because it'd be like, oh, they're just going to block everything I'm doing, and then you lose stamina and all this crap. And if you were outnumbered, you were outnumbered, and it kind of sucked. That is one thing that I will say like about this game, where it's like they did do a pretty good job on the combat, like an amazing job. They definitely did way better when it came to the combat in Dying Light 2 than they did with Dying Light 1. And I hate how inhibitors are like the way you get more health and you get more stamina and all that stuff. Like that seems so stupid to me. Because I feel like it should be your skills, like how it was in Dying Light 1. It should be based off your skills. Like the more you fight, the more survivor rank, the more stuff you get, stuff like that. But they changed it, which kind of sucks. A lethal fall because I jumped while a zombie pushed me. Yeah, so I think the main problems I have with this game is definitely the stamina bar being mixed in with everything. Sucks. The second issue I have with this game is your parkour being limited rather than being unlimited like how it was on Dying Light 1. Because the most there was on a limit when it came to parkour in Dying Light 1 was your grappling hook. That was pretty much it. You could climb any and everywhere, and you get skills to run for as long as you want. Basically, they gave you all these opportunities in this game, but they made it so limited to the point where every opportunity doesn't work out well. Apparently, there's like some glider or like parachute thing, but it takes stamina. That's the issue. You're so limited because all of your stamina is put into one bar, like how they did in Dead Island, which is the main problem. I feel like for starters, the kicking should not be on your stamina bar. If it wasn't in Dying Light 1, don't make it in Dying Light 2. Keep that in Dead Island where it belongs. The blocking, I understand, that makes sense, but I feel like that shouldn't even be on the stamina bar either. But it makes sense on like why it would be there, so that I don't really mind. But the few things that I do love about this game that I will say are way better than Dying Light 1 are most definitely the combat. In the combat, there's more of like a flow state. When you're attacking humans, when you're fighting infected, there's a lot more movement and a lot more flow to it, making it more agile, more tedious at times, which is amazing. So those are like my pros and cons about this game. But nonetheless, I don't really talk about the story because the story is like mixed. Story is kind of just like opinion based. It's like whether you like it, you don't like it. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. But I feel like those are just like my pros and cons about this game. But nonetheless, the game looks fine. The game looks great. Runs great. I haven't ran into one issue. The game hasn't crashed on me not once. The only issue I have was like recording, but that's a recording issue. I don't really give a fuck. The game sounds great. Everything works well. Everything feels good. Feels just like Dying Light 1, but better. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't know how long this is gonna be or if you guys are even gonna see this, but if you guys do, please leave a like. Show your support. Dragon Ball Rage and Blast 2, I seen that you guys got it past the 5 like goal, so we're gonna drop some more. Don't worry, that's still coming up, and burst limit is coming soon. I'm just trying to make some space in between because I don't want to play it so much where I get like bored of it. But that's pretty much about it. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.